Yo! Hello? Hello, hello? Hello everyone. Good afternoon, good morning. Hello, hello. Welcome to another stream of Plane Shift, where we try to make our game better and better every day. Well, somehow yes, somehow no. Picture of the day. What are these people doing? I don't know. So today I want to work something different. I mean, we finished the helms. The helms are... by the way, I didn't check them in, I think. So maybe what I can do... let me see if we do a commit, what happens. Also the Quildrake. I fixed the Quildrake name to allow morph. Yep. And then I basically added new Elms textures and redistributed or reassigned, let's say. Reassigned the meshes to the existing, reassigned meshes and texture to the existing Elms. Pretty much. There is a WD menu bar icon. Added icons for all elms. Yeah. Okay, we can check this in. So the work of the last 2 or 3 days is saved, which is nice. Yeah. You mean Halloween can fast? So there is a spell, right, that we have in our game, which is called Polymorph, that actually I didn't test too much, but yeah, where basically you can transform yourself, right, into a creature. And this thing seems to be broken in game, like it is doing nothing, right? And okay, first of all, let's test if it's really broken or not. So basically keeping in your hand, in this case is what? In this case is a claw or a hearth. Hearth. Yeah, hearth. A claw or a hearth of the Ubernaut. You transform into him. Transform into one. Now, I have no idea how this really works. It seems to be a race. It seems to be a race operation that is executed, right? And have you seen the request from Mario in Discord? Yes, I've seen it, but I don't remember it. What was it? Ideas. Yes, he wanted the control body click, whatever. I don't know. Do you think it's needed? I don't know if it's needed. Okay, so maybe we should go into a place where there is a bit of light because... ouch. Because where we are now is kind of dark. So let's just go main plaza, which is always a good place. We like our plaza. The question is more why you haven't ported it. Yeah, because the UI, no, because the UI has been redone completely. So basically we have ported the code, but we didn't port the UI. The UI has been rebuilt from scratch. So completely redone, right? So if there was something and I didn't see it, I didn't port it. So probably because I never tried to right click on that, right? And so I didn't know, I didn't remember, right? That is why all the code on the client side, so all the menus that you see here, all these menus, right? Windows, inventory, all of this has been redone from scratch. The chat window, completely from scratch. So we just looked at the picture, let's say how it was looking, visually looking, and we redid it. Okay, so there should be a polymorph spell. Now, can we cast it just like that or not? Yeah, we can. You polymorph yourself into a groffel. Wow. Yeah, it's not working at all. So if you don't have any specific item, you go into a groffel form or what? If item, yeah, else groffel. Okay. Yeah, so it's not working, right? So you don't transform into anything, unfortunately. Now, let me see this race OP, how it works, right? Because there must be here somewhere. Nope. Really? Very strange. Papara, papapara, papapara. Not because you haven't the right level in the skill. What do you mean? And I'm not able to do it. I'm able to do everything, my friend. I can do whatever. Also go to Mars. There is no limit. What do you mean? Easy. Is this one? Or no? Yeah, it's this one. Race AOP. I think it's this one. Applied mode mesh overriding. Okay. Value and sex. This is why we removed it. This throws a compile error in buffable H, removed for now. Get overridable race override. Why? Gives an error in buffable. So basically the code was commented out, right? This line was removed. So let's see why. So you are dubbed in my skill, Hula, eh? You think that all my code is spaghetti code, eh? You think I'm very spaghetti and that's it. I see. I see. I see. Spaghetti programmer, eh? Huh? It didn't give an error anymore. Wow. It didn't. So do you think it will work now? Nah. I mean, if it worked, it would be the fastest fix in the history of this channel. I think we have 3 million maps, huh? Probably. Three million maps. So tonight I'm going to eat some sushi with some friends, and I have to be there. By the way, I don't know at which time is the reservation and whatever. Pam 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 pam. The only problem is if you have stuff equipped, right? What happens to the stuff equipped? Okay, let's see. Let's see what it does now. Cast. Oops. Cast. Polymorph. Polymorph. Ah! You change back to your normal form. Ah, because it was still active. Ah, okay. So let's do it again. It does nothing. Okay. So even with the line, so this thing doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, let's see. Get overridable race. Get the reference to the overridable race when you to override the checker based race. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, override, right? The race is the one. I mean, I hope the race is okay, but we don't know actually. We don't know. Override. Override. Oh, this one still has the... Wow. This one still has the GPL thing. Incredible. That's fine. I'll leave it there, but we can switch it to our license. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Override. Current. Values add head. If X different than old on change. Okay. Call whenever the current value change. Implementing derived classes. So we needed the overridable race. Get overridable race. Overridable race. So inside overridable race, there should be an on change. Okay. On change. If the race info is invalid, do nothing. Math environment, strength, agility, endurance, into. What are we doing here? Evaluate set base. Because is okay. It's basically setting the value of the base stats to the one of that race. Set basic armor, set basic weapon. Set the race group accordingly. This is needed to force an update in the mesh, but do it only if the actor is already initialized. True. Character set mesh. There is a hack that should be removed and handled more cleanly as an actor property when sent to the client. In place of a special message, we'd alter only the player with the mod client. Yeah, but this is completely useless now. Yeah, it is kind of old code, so we don't have to use this anymore. I think this part is completely off. The only one that could be okay is the set mesh, right? Assuming that is not all commented out. It is. GG. Okay. So I think what we have to do, so I think we have to change the way we do morph. So we have a command, right, which is called morph, and morph is morph because it's the same, right? It's like morph, but with some differences that we are setting all the characteristic of the race. How do we do morph? Get overridable race. It seems to be the same though. No? Bro, it's the same thing. Ah, no. Do the morph. New way to swap race and morph. Set race morphed. Race get mesh name. We replicate also on server. I think we have to set race morphed. On rep change race. There is just searching the mesh and then, okay, set skeletal mesh. Set skeletal mesh. Restart. What is restart doing? No one knows. Not even Unreal Engine knows what it does. But yeah, the way we do it, we are basically setting the skeletal mesh, right? That is what we are doing. So is the same if I would do slash morph me Groffel M or whatever. N. Yes. So I mean, we can use this method instead of the other method, right? The problem is that you are so the first issue I see is that all your inventory is basically gone. The second thing I see is that your I mean the textures are wrong. And what I see is also that the position of the camera is wrong, right? Because the camera seems still to be here. Yeah, exactly. You see that the camera is unfortunately still at the level. I mean, it seems to be a bit lower, maybe, no? But I don't know. Nah, but I think it's yeah, just a matter of position. Yeah, for example, now it is higher. Yeah. So it's the spring, right? It's the spring arm that is in the wrong place. So we definitely have to change the spring arm, and we have to put it down. We have to to replicate all the textures for all the subcomponents, so for all the submeshes. It's kind of annoying, but I think it's the only way. Can I go back to my normal form without problems? I cannot. Bro, the light override, please. What is going on? Daylight override is on, yeah. So it seems that here we are losing, in the return, we are probably losing the animation blueprint. No controller. So you see that we lost some stuff, right? For example, we lost the color on the gems, and the reason is that those gems are actually all replicated, right? All the textures are replicated, and when you just switch the mesh, I guess we are not replicating that. Now it seems for whatever reason that, for example, the arms are getting the proper texture, right? You see that they are getting the proper texture. There is some stuff that does work and other stuff that doesn't work. If I go back to the Groffel, it is kind of working again. But it's using my texture on top of the So okay, let's try to go step by step. So the first thing is to fix the textures, right? So basically the mesh, but how can the mesh know what is the right? Because basically what we do this, right? We do set skeletal mesh. We do set skeletal mesh. Yeah, here we remove the subcomponents. So we invalidate the arms, torso, arms, legs, whatever, right? So that is what we do here, which is okay. Now I'm not completely sure why the traits, right? Why the traits are so it seems that the traits remain on the mesh. Like the mesh is swapped, but the texture is not, right? How do we ensure that we swap also the texture? I would like to do it in a way that we already did. I don't want to reinvent the wheel, right? Because actually, whenever we do the set race, right? There is a moment where we set the race, which is probably here. And when we set the race, we also set the base texture. And this base, is this base texture replicated? No. It's not. Ah, yes, it is. So in reality, we should call this pretty much, right? Why did it not? Well, maybe it is called, but it's not working as expected because the mesh is changed, but the I'm a bit surprised though, because we definitely set the race, right? We definitely set the race. Overrideable race on change. Overrideable race on change. Set race info. Morph. On rep change res. That is what I don't understand, right? Where is the... Are we swapping the race or not? I think we have to go through this and understand what is going on, because... is this race set or not? It's only set like that. It's only set in the overrideable. No, but I think we should change it. I want to see what happens if I really change the race, right? I want to understand what happens if I do this. If I do set race info of the new race. I want to understand what happens. If I do this. Pam, pam, pam. So it's 5 o'clock already. Holy shit. I don't know which time I have to go, guys, but we have this dinner with people. I don't know if the reservation is at 8 or is at 7:30. If it's at 7:30, I need to. I bought a new package of biscuit that I never bought, and I'm trying them now. Is this one? Is Baiocchi al pistacchio. I know it sounds a bit funny. Baiocchi al pistacchio. I bought this thing. 240 grams. Only €5, eh? It's okay. By the way, Hula, my offer for the laptop is expired because I spoke yesterday with a friend, and he said that yes, he needs a laptop, and so I'm going to give the laptop to him tonight. And so my offer of the laptop is expired. I mean, the biscuit itself is very nice. The content... I'm eating it now. The content is not bad, but does it really taste like pistachio? I don't know. Maybe a bit. Pistache. Yeah, the biscuit itself is very nice, but because there is a ton of butter, so that's why. If you take the ingredients, these things are like health killers, right? Are there the ingredients in this thing? No, there are no ingredients in this thing. There are no ingredients. Let me delete some maps because we have a... Are the video card already given to? No, the video card is still there, but if you wait more years, you know, it will be useless. I think the video card I still have it. I don't know where, but it should be in my house somewhere. What was it, a 270? I think it was a 270. Which, I mean, today start to be bad, but still reasonable. 270 Ti probably. 270 Ti. Yeah, but the laptop is gone. I'm giving it to my friend tonight. I'm sorry for that. Next one, next laptop. It's not a great laptop anyway. I mean, it's not like a gaming laptop. It's just a normal, right? But it is relatively new. I mean, it's like 3 years. I mean, it's not new, but it's kind of reasonable. And in this house, you don't know how many laptops, how many PC I have. I mean, a lot. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I have 7 thingies. 7 computers between Mac, Linux, Windows, laptops and such, yeah. There is probably still another one, very old. They should just be trashed. So probably 8. I want to see what happens if I do morph, groffel, and now. Morph, groffel, and... no, morph me. 0 difference. So the textures are still not replicated. Why? Cannot find mesh, skeletal mesh, groffel torso. I think that is because he's trying first. But it seems that this is doing nothing then. Very strange. Because you should change the base texture, right? You should change the base texture, which is replicated with on wrap set base texture, and this one should do this. Log temp. This thing will not be very easy, guys, I tell you. This thing will not be very easy. Building skeletal mesh, Groffel. Why this thing is not? Why this thing is not triggered? It's strange, eh? This may be because the Groffel does not. I think I know why or not. Maybe the Groffel doesn't have an override, a texture override. Groffel. Yes, it does not have a texture override. Okay. But if I go Ulbar, right? Ulbar has a texture override. So let me try. Okay. Let me try Ulbar. This one is the right texture. Okay. So now it's doing the set base texture. Okay, better. Okay, so the problem is not in the code, the problem is just in the database definition. Because all the races that do not have an override, which are basically all the base races, which is a bit of a pity though, because I think that they should all have it, otherwise you don't know what is the source, right? So we have to change all this well, and for the races, that's a kind of a problem. Like if I go now back to my cran, GG. GG! That is what I became. That is what I became. You know, when going monster, it always works. Is when going back to an override, back to a normal race, that it doesn't. Probably because he's using the animation blueprint of the other guy. That is very possible. Like now, for example. That's strange, though. It's not very clear why now works. Like between the two monsters, it actually works even if I don't have the override. That's very weird. While if I go first through a race, and then I go back to my Groffel. I don't know. Now it works. Why now it works? That is strange. So the first time you load it. Bow, 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 bow. Ba 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 bow, 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 ba ba bow. Ba 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 bow. What? What the? Bah, 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 bah. No, I'm checking. And I still have, I have dropped tons of old PC in the trash. And I still have 7 or 8 in the house. Wow. You have a lot of old PC. There was someone, who was the name? Elvi? Elvi, I think was, right? It was doing the hardware museum. Do you remember him? Maybe it was you. No, it was not you. It was called Elvi. They was having the hardware museum, and he was also posting. He also had a website for the hardware museum. I don't know where the guy went. So it looks like with the set race info, it is a bit better because at least we are overriding the race and the base texture, and the base texture is replicated to the client and is actually visible as long as you have in the database a texture override here. But the problem is that if you are trying to override yourself to a player character. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Character cannot be loaded. GG. Ah, because you stay morphed. No. What do you mean? So if you log out as morphed, you will never be able to get in again. Wow. Well, that's an interesting point. Is it under character variable or is under character keep script? I have no idea. Because character, right, is a script, progression script. It's probably a variable then. Yeah, but this part is not really working, guys. But we can try to fix it, but I don't know if it would be that easy. No, it's not a variable. I mean, did you really change my race in the database? Wow. Groffel is Groffel is 33. Oh yes, he changed my race to 33. So he says, so the save function is saving the race as well. Ah, because now I have set race info, that's why. Yeah, because set race info is not temporary. I mean, it is, well, it's done in memory, but basically your character is really that race, right? Is really that race. And so when the character is saved, it's saving also race info. Ay, 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 ay. I mean, we can exclude it from save, but if we exclude it from save, then we have another problem. No, maybe we can just exclude it from save. Let me see. Well, also the gender. Also the gender. Wow. Let me see the place I have to go later. Huh. Doesn't seem to be a great place. Doesn't seem to be a great place. It seems to be more of a bah. You never know. You never know. No, the review from the people are good. Review from the people are kind of good. It's a bit in the downtown of the city, so but it's not too far from me. Let me see how much time it will take. 17 minutes. 17 minutes. 17 minutes of time to go. Bah, reasonable. So if it's 17 minutes, I just have to prepare myself a bit, but they are saying I can arrive there like 7:45 maybe. No, I'm just calculating where I have to go away, right? Because 7:45 it takes, so let's say I arrive there 7:45, it takes 20 minutes to go. So 7:25, I think at least I need about half an hour. So we can stay together until 6:30, another hour. I think we can stay together another hour, and then I have to go, unfortunately. No, unfortunately. No. Okay, so we have a problem that set race is really setting the race fully. And so when you load in, your character fails to load because we are trying to get, what is this thing? Get codex homeworld by race ID. I don't think this should be a fatal error. At the moment, this is a fatal error. Select from character discovery where character ID equal to blah blah blah. And then he's trying to get the race. Yeah, but we can fix this. We can say I think we can fix this. I think we can say that we expect a homeworld by race only for the races that are humans. So basically everything below, so 22 or lower, right? 22 or lower. I think we can exclude that. Yeah, let's do it, because anyway I think it's a good idea. So let's say all player characters, right? So we can say if, right, if owner get race info, get race ID, maybe I can put it here. And race ID, this one is genderless or is with gender? Regardless of sex. Regardless of sex means another ID is this race. So we can say if race is less than 11, is 11 or less. If race is 11 or so if race is 11 or less, if less is 11 or less, my webcam just stopped. If race is 11 or less, we do this. Otherwise, we don't do it. So this will allow the loading. I mean, I'm not 100% sure because it depends if there are other checks for race, right? But this will basically allow the loading even if we are morphed, which I think is anyway a good idea, right? So that we can be a Groffel, we can be a Yulbar, and we can load into the game without any issue. By the way, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. If you have any questions on the game or anything, just let me know. If you have any technical questions, whatever, I will try to answer. Or if you just want to say what you are doing with Unreal Engine, maybe you're working with Unreal Engine. Maybe. Let me delete the map so that we start quicker. Okay, I'm deleting like 50 maps. Okay, now it should be faster. So now we can load in also if we are a different race. Without, hopefully, let's see. I think this is anyway a good fix, right? Because it makes no sense that we fail because we are trying to search the homeworld codex in entries. Yeah, so I added this one because, yeah, because of the character of Wadjet. That was their gear. Let's see if I can load in. Yeah, it looks like now I can load in. Okay, nice. So basically now we can load in even if we are another race, which is pretty cool. You know what I would like to do though? I would like to change the point of view because the camera, right? So I don't know. The camera, in theory, the camera should be set based on the race, no? But I absolutely don't remember how we did it. But I'm pretty sure that we have. I'm pretty sure that we have a camera height that is based on the race. I think it's in the character. I think it's in PS. I think it's in PS character overrideable by the by the sub races. But yeah, when you are a very small race, I think the camera should be low as well, right? Bam bam bam. What is this? Diablo music or what? Yeah, Diablo 4. Diablo 4. I would like to play a bit more Diablo 4. Maybe. It's a nice game. Did you play it? Okay. I don't remember exactly where that is. But I think, for example, if I take the Diaboli female, wait, if I take the Diaboli female, right? Because if it's not there, I think we should put it, but I think it is there. I think there is like a camera height or yeah, exactly, camera height. Camera height 100. Nah, impossible. Camera height 100. Wait, the Morian F. Camera height 100. I don't know exactly where this is coming from. Base eye height. Base eye height. 64. Huh? 6432. Is this thing used or not? Base height above the collision center. Above the collision center. So if I take my Groffel, okay, let's try. I don't know. Maybe that is used. I don't know. Maybe it is. So if I take my Groffel, right? My Groffel is very, very small. And we say that the base height is 25 centimeters, and the crouch is also 25 because it doesn't crouch basically, right? So if I set this to, do you think it will change? I don't know, but we can try. Pam pam pam. I saved it. No, why I'm doing this? Well, I'm doing this because when you morph, right, it would be nice to have the right point of view. Ba-da-bam, ba-da-bam. Bye. I really would like to play the piano. When you hear this, piano things, when you hear this piano plays, it really makes me want to play the piano. Really, but it's not easy. I actually have a keyboard. I mean, not a PC keyboard, an electronic keyboard for music here. It's like 2 meters from here, 3 meters from here. But is it lower or not? I think it is. I think it worked. No? There seems to be a collision issue though. What is going on? Why the movement is so stupid? But all in all, it seems it was. So it seems that my well, 25. Maybe it should be even lower than 25. Because if the if it's considered from the center, I think that this is probably like 10 centimeters, right? Because at the moment, so if I go like in front of this, right? And I keep my camera straight and I zoom in, right? I reach this point. And this point seems to be significantly higher than 25 centimeters, right? Because 25 centimeters from here would be like here probably. But it seems lower to me, no? Or no? Maybe not. I think it is lower. I think it did something. I mean, you can try 0 and see what it does. We can try minus 20. Minus 20 will be underground. I don't know if I will do it though, because there is a camera is colliding with geometry. Do you still play the saxophone? I didn't play it in very long time. But I would like to play it as well. I just have too many hobbies and I cannot, and not enough time. And plane shift is taking so much of my time. But I really would like to play it. Yes. I don't even know if I'm still able to, but maybe yes. Maybe I can. I will try one day. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, you never know. Nah, this thing is doing nothing. Well, nah, it seems to be always the same. But it seems to be lower than before, or it's just me, right? So you see where the camera is now? The camera is there, right? The camera is there. If I can try to morph, but I think morphing is not really working. No, definitely the camera didn't change. Apart that now when I'm morphing back, I'm morphing into a... into a torso. I don't know, guys. It looked like it was doing something, but maybe I was wrong. It's not. I don't know. Because the camera... So... The camera is connected to the spring arm, right? And the spring arm is connected to the character. But we don't have it here because actually we created on the fly. Right? So we create, when we create the PS character, we actually change... Yeah, anyway, morphing is a mess. I don't know if I want to do it, guys. I think it's a lot of work for very little value. But, I mean, it would be cool. Like, for a game master, for sure it's cool because you can interpret different characters. But anyway, we'll not have all the traits and items, you know? So, I mean, I think it's good, but also not. So... I'm trying to think what to search to get. So there is a. So let's search a spring arm. Yeah. So there is a place where we initialize our character. Yeah, exactly. Camera setup, right? Ah, camera height. Camera height. So this camera height seems to be used actually. 100. This camera height seems to be used. But I think that this happens on begin play. So when you are morphing in, I think that your camera... But let's try anyway. Let's try anyway. So it seems that the base eye, crouch eye doesn't make any difference, right? But this camera height may do it. So let's try with a 10 instead of 100. So this should be There is also a camera distance. Are we using camera distance? It seems not. No. Camera distance is not used. But it's okay. I think it's fine. Okay, let's try this camera height, okay? And we set it at 10, so it's like 90 centimeters less than before. I mean, so it's huge, so it will be really on the ground, right? It will really be on the ground, my friends. We have to do this. Bum 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 bum. I don't understand if I morph into a Yulbar and then I morph back to the Groffel, why the texture is kept, while when I go through characters and back is not. That is very strange. That is... Oh. Yeah, the camera seems to be lower now. Yeah, the camera now is really low. Now, I don't think I wanted this. Yeah, you see now it's pointing here instead of pointing there. So yes, the camera height, at least at the start, it is working. The only thing that is a bit weird, right, is this... that at a certain velocity... So basically at normal velocity, it seems that the client and the server have different speed, and so you get this rubber banding. While if I crouch, it goes away, right? Here in theory I'm crouched, while here I'm not. And it seems to do that. But anyway, the good news is that the height of the camera actually works. Now we need to decide the so I can set the height for every character. So are you saying that the camera for the dwarf is the same as the camera for the Cran? Are you really saying this? So today there is no difference. Yeah, camera height 100. Yeah, there is no difference. Do we want to change it or not? Do we want different races, including the player races, to get a different camera height based on their actual sides or not? Because I can do it very simply, huh? Can do it very, very simply. I take the list of all the races, I order them by height, and then I set the camera. Can also be done in groups. I mean, male and female. Well, male and female actually are a bit different from each other, so maybe... So if I take dwarf, wow, okay, it's loading. If I take a dwarf, so basically, well, I just don't know if he scaled a bit, because anyway the skeleton is smaller, so the starting point is smaller. That is something that I don't understand fully. But basically we are pointing, I mean, with the camera straight, we are pointing here, right? With the camera straight, we are pointing there. If I take a crane... If you are sure the camera don't focus only on the foot, do what you want. No, we can choose any height, right? We can choose any height. But the question is if this is a problem for playability, right? So like that you have your character so that as a dwarf is harder to play because you cannot see, right? I don't know. Do we have another crane or just me that now I'm a Groffel? Well, we can take the Diaboli anyways. This guy is very tall, so that's fine. Yeah, so what I don't understand if this guy, so if the camera is pointing, no, but you see he's not pointing in the same place. I think he's already kind of adjusting because he's 1 meter above the middle of the character, right? And the middle of the character is really different from the different races. So this guy is looking here, while the other guy was looking here. So I think that I think he's already adjusting. I think he may be wrong only for the small races like the Groffel that we just saw. Because the Groffel was not arriving here, but the Groffel was arriving like there. Assuming that I keep 100. I don't know why today I'm yawning so much. I'm yawning like a boss. Because I slept how much? 6 hours? 5 hours? 6 hours? Maybe. Maybe. So in this graph, right, now we didn't zoom out, but in this graph, this was the dwarf, right? Dwarf. Digging a hole. And this was the Diaboli. And I think the Groffel will be low. So I think he already kind of adapts. He's not very visible. But it is happening. Para-pa-para-pa-para-pam. But this one looks identical to the dwarf, though. No? Well, it's slightly lower, but... I mean, it's like here, but it's very, 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 very similar. How it is possible? It's kind of strange, huh? Because the capsule component is 30-30. I understand, but if I take the stone breaker, the stone hammer, the capsule is 73-34. Yeah, the 73 though, right? It's not really matching too much, so I don't understand too much because seems to be in a very, very, very similar position, if not even identical. Well, maybe identical, not, but like the dwarf was here, and the Groffel is here. So it's like I don't know, 10 centimeters down. Whipping. But yeah, but we can influence it with the height, right? So if you want to stress the fact that the Groffel is really a small creature, we can go here under camera and change our height. I mean, we can do it. We can move the height from 100 to 50 or whatever we want. Yeah, the only problem is this freaking... I would like to understand why it happens though, because this means that the speed, server side and client side, is different, right? And it happens... only when you crouch? No. When you are not crouched. The speed is different. I think I want to understand this because it's the same. I think it's the same problem that happens when you enter the game and sometimes you cannot really walk smoothly, but you get this kind of mismatch. So I think we should analyze it a bit better. We should analyze it a bit better. What is an easy way to print this character speed client side, server side? I think character movement. Knows that. I think character movement knows that. Yes, it does because it's the walk speed. But where do we do it? We do it in the we do it here. I mean, this will be very annoying. But I mean, we will be very spammy, not annoying, very spammy, right? If I put it here. But we can try. So if I get character movement, and from character movement I get the walk speed, and I just print it out like a spammer, and we do it every 1/6 of a second, so that would be very annoying, but I tell you, this would be very spammy, but it's fine. So we see it 1 second. It should in theory print client side and server side, because there is the tick that is started. Wait, no, I'm doing a big mistake, because obviously here is the, yeah, I have to do it. I have to do it here. This part should really be moved to C++. It's completely stupid that we have it in blueprints. It's completely stupid. Completely stupid. I mean, it's stupid because it's low, right? So this should be C++, absolutely. Including this thing should be C++. So anyway, we can convert it, but maybe not today. Meanwhile, hello whoever joined, hello, welcome to the stream, and if you have any question or anything you want to say, please do it. I like to have some interaction with you guys, but you're always very silent and lurky, which is okay. Bam, 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 bam. In theory, we should see a lot of spam. Yeah, we see it. So you see at the moment here is 600. And on the server, how much is it? No, the server is not printing it. Oh, wow. The server is not printing it. Well, probably because then we wait, maybe we filter this already. Do we filter it? Yes, we filter it. We filter it. Okay. So we cannot do it there. Shit. We cannot do it here. We cannot. Where we can do it? Where can we do it then? Server side stamina rate check for players. Yeah, we can do it here. Wow, once per frame. Jeez, no, every second. Okay, let's do it here. Let's do it here. I think it's a good place. We have to remember to remove it because it is super spammy. But here we should be server side, right? So what I'm trying to understand if the two character movement components on the client and on the server have different values. And my feeling is yes. Now, why they have a different value, I don't know. But there is probably a bug in the code, and it's something I would like to fix. Really would like to fix it. My boys. Ooh. Ooh. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Load in, you can do it. Now, if they are different, and I think they will be different, will be very interesting to understand why. This is why I say 600 actually. So they are not different. This guy says 600. Ah, you see, this guy say 320. I knew it. 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 Okay, so this is exactly the problem that we get also with sometimes you log in game and your character has a different speed from server to client. Now the problem is that this is 320, right? Like if the character is crouched, because we assign 320 when the character is crouched, I think. And in fact, if I crouch, which is this, now they become both 320. No, they don't. Oh wow. There is a kind of a little revelation though. Oh wow. It remains 600. But anyway, the basic, I don't know why it remains 600. In theory, when you're crouched, you're moving slower, right? I mean, it doesn't happen with this character, but yeah, probably because with this character it doesn't. Okay, but this problem remains. So the server has 320 and the client has 600 max speed, right? And obviously the result is that you get this kind of rubbering, right? Rubber banding. You see this thing? You see the screen? It looks like it's jiggling all the way. So this is because of this difference. Now, it's also true that we have a character which is actually not really correct, right? Because this character is a cran transformed into a groffel. But I think what I would like to do, I would like to go back to my cran, right? I will go back to my cran. And I will start the game 1,000,000 times until we get the desync problem. And I would like to see if also with the character the problem is the speed. My feeling is yes, but... And I think it's related to the stances, meaning crouch, walk, run, sprint. Because one way you can fix it is to sprint, and when you sprint, that becomes that goes away, right? The problem goes away when you sprint. So maybe. And then there is the speed on the mount. And no, this time it didn't do it. In fact, now if I look at the... Yeah, you see now it's 320, 320. 320, 320, right? So... And if I do this, it's 180, 180. Yeah, you see, because this character, when you crouch, is actually changing speed. So now the issue is, why the hell sometimes you get the desync, right? Why the hell? I can try with different races and see if maybe there is a race that is doing it more or whatever. Let me try with the lemur, because I remember that with the lemur happened many times. In theory it should make no difference, but... I remember running around with a lemur that I was having that rubber banding thingy. I don't have a lemur. GG. Here it is. Here it is. Assuming that it's in a place where we have the map, because yeah, it's in the plaza. Unfortunately not. I don't know if it's a matter of place, like if you are on the... Let me go on the... on the grass, right? So on the landscape object. And see if that makes any difference. Like if I log out here and then I relog there. Pam 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 pam. Wow, I cashed the first click. Fantastic. No, it's not happening. Maybe it happens only in production. I don't know. But at the moment here it's not happening. At least in these 2 times it didn't happen. I should try it more, but now it's correct, right? It's 320, 320. So there is a perfect synchronization between the client and the server. We can try other characters, but I think the character doesn't make any difference. It's just, to me, it's just a matter of timing. So something that is replicated, something that is not replicated, it must be something like that. I know why I'm tired now that I think about it. Now that I was yawning and I was like, why? Because this morning I went to run. This morning I decided that, yeah, it was a fitness day. It happens once a year. It was fitness day and I was like, no, I have to go running. I went running and that's probably why. No, it's working perfectly. At the moment it's working perfectly. Okay, but what I want to know is this. If I morph into a Groffel, right? Do I keep the skin or not? Yes, I keep the skin. So now with the set race, anyway, the skin works, right? Now, if I go into a U, because we changed the code, right? So it's already better. It's already better than before, right? If I do this, it works. Okay, so between races, it works. Between creatures, I mean, between monsters, right? Between monsters, it works. Can I do consumer, for example? Yes, it does. Now, the problem is that if I want to transform into consumer 3, I think it will not do it, right? No. So in reality, is not picking up the texture, right? It's picking up only the well, it's picking up the default texture, yeah. Because there is the ray. Well, I can try. Wait, I can try Imago, but I don't think it will work. Ah, yes, it does. Ah, nice. We can also have the other textures. Ah, that is so good. Ah, very, very nice. Very nice. Okay. So this kind of... So now basically the only thing we have to do... So this is already kind of working. So if you want to fix the polymorph, right? If you want to fix the polymorph, which is the reason we started the stream... I think... I think this is zero chance of working. I think the one that works is this. Yeah, but basically we need to call this function, boys. We cannot redo all of this, right? So we have to call this function. We have to call onWrap change race mesh. We have to call this. There is no way. And this happens when but can we no. Set race morphed. So I basically have to take this block, right? This block is what is doing the thing, right? This block is what is doing the thing. So, okay. So that is completely useless because this is actually doing nothing. Exactly. So now I understand that here we are trying to send the speed modifier, but I don't think that's needed. I think all of this is not needed anymore. I would just delete it. I would just wish that this is deleted. And I will put this instead, where race is what? Is race info. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Yeah, when we go back to the races, is messing up, but fine. It's already an improvement, right? If this works, it's already an improvement. I think I will disconnect this because then otherwise I will forget. Yeah. There's two things, right? I will disconnect. Okay, we can try if with this technique I can at least morph myself with the polymorph spell into creatures. And then when I go back, it will be broken, right? But at least I can transform myself, which is already something, right? Which is already a thing. I have to remember to bring the thingy, the PC. Do we want to try with a special card? No, it's the same. We can try with this guy. We can try with this guy. No, not morph. Cast polymorph, right? Cast polymorph. Please become a Groffel. Fuck, didn't work. Why didn't work? It didn't work. What? Huh? Huh? Because it happens only server side? What? No, it's not possible. I mean, unless race info is empty. I need a printout. I need a printout. But I think we have the technique, but it's not, for whatever reason, it's not working. For whatever reason, it's not working. We can print out. We can print out what? This? Yeah, we can print out this. I think it's good enough. No. What happened? No, I clicked on the wrong one. I did Control V instead of Control C. We can print this, and also we want to see if that happens client side or server side. That's kind of weird, actually. It's kind of strange that it didn't. I was pretty much sure that it would work, but it's not. I mean, it's not this line. It must be this line that is not, because at least the mesh, right? I think it's not happening. I think it's not happening. It's not that the code is not working. I think it's not arriving here. Because otherwise, or is happening only server side. I have to go. Fuck. I wanted to see this guy. Well, we tested it with the morph, right? Oh, fuck. Why this? Ah, because also Polymorph... Ah, it's working, though. What? It's working only at start? Yeah, because now under active spell, we have the morph, right? It's gonna finish in... we can see what happens when you finish. 20 seconds. We can wait, I guess. We can wait, my boys. Nothing happened. Fuck. Okay, anyway. Anyway, but that's not a problem. So also morph, no, but morph does not. Morph is only adding the, okay. Let's just relog. When we relog it, we will be fine. We will be just a cran. Just a normal creature made of silicon. Yes. A normal creature made of silicon. Normal creature made of silicon. Fuck! What? No! Huh? 33. Ah, because we, fuck, yes, oh, God, yes, no, it's a problem, okay, I see. No, because now that we have the set race, yes, oh, I know. Is this set race, right? Is this set race that is actually then saved to the database? Ay. So we have the same problem that we have with... Okay, that is another problem we can solve, right? That we can solve. It's not... That is not an issue. I mean, it is an issue, but it's a minor issue. What I'm trying to understand is if we... Okay, so now we are normal again. So if I cast Polymorph, probably will not work, right? Probably will not work. Polymorph. But at least I want to see what happens. Okay. Okay, so it worked, but the texture is wrong. Which is a bit strange, because but probably because the set race is happening only on the server. That is strange though, huh? Should not have happened. Very strange. So it happened only this way, this side. You see this overrideable race, Groffel, on rep, change race Groffel. This seems to happen only server side, right? And not client side. And so we need to understand why. But not now, because I have to go. Okay, guys, I have to go. I have to go. I will be here. Or later tonight, which is a possibility, because my friends, I don't think we are going to stay hours, right? I think we're going to do dinner, and then after dinner, I mean, we will chat a bit, but I don't think that we are going midnight, right, or 1 o'clock. So I think by 10:30 maybe I will be done, and or even less, because we meet at 7:30. So, but anyway, I think in 3 hours or so I will be done, right? So I may continue with this later tonight, but if you don't see me, then I will see you. You say fuck a lot. Hello, E376. I can try to reduce it. I can say crap, or I can say gosh. Or I can say, I don't know. The tiger is not having English speaking. He thinks having a lot of water is kind of emotion feeling. Hula gave a good excuse. You say fuck a lot. Fuck. Yeah, but I can say gosh. Which one you would suggest? But anyway, I have to go. I will see you tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, okay? So I may not be here tomorrow. I may not be here, so we will see. But later tonight is definitely possible, okay? Yeah, so probably we will do later tonight unless I come back already at 1 o'clock, right? So around maybe 11, 10:30, 11, I may be here and we can do. Depends if we go to take a beer after the dinner. Bye. See you. Bye-bye. Touche.